Hello and welcome to another gameplay and review video. This is Drizzlepath, the debut game of Turkish indie game designer Tonguc Bodur, who I am a fan of. This is his first game, as you know, and it is the only one that uses the CryEngine as the game engine instead of Unreal Engine like all of his others. So it's pretty unique. It's not that well in terms of design. It is his first game, and it uses a different game engine. But we're heading back to the very beginning of his career. And this is also the first game in the Drizzlepath series. There's, I think, at least 5. I've reviewed a couple of the others, and I'm going to be reviewing the others as well. So let's begin. As you can see here, very simple design. I know the it's got rain effects and water effects, but you can see the terrain is very jagged, not that well refined. There's a narration and music throughout this game, so I'm not going to be speaking too much. So just sit back and enjoy the gameplay. I will say a few words. Very basic buildings, very basic skybox. This is created using the CryEngine, and as you can see, kind of strange looking water. But let's get started.
The journey of the Kel hero began upon the chickens that swim inside the soft cushions, in any place near the rising sun, where the Drizzlepath is thrown all the way up to the mountain of fire.
So you can see here, there's no interior, it's just like ground. So this is his first game. He didn't do interiors until a little bit later, but his first 3 games at least are like this. But it's kind of neat to see the early years of a quite talented game designer, Tonguc Bodur, who mainly does walking simulators. I know there's a game that just came out this month that's different, which I will be reviewing, but there's also another walking simulator that's coming out in a few days, so I will be reviewing that a little later. But he's a really good game designer. I like walking simulators and adventure games and psychological horror and that kind of thing, and I also like to look at the scenery and everything. But you can see where it all began in this game. You just pretty much just walk along this faint looking trail all the way to the summit of the mountains over there, which we're going to head to. And that's basically it. There's no notes or anything, or it's just a calming, relaxing walking simulator. You just take in the view pretty much and listen to the soundtrack and the narration. But this is where it all began, on the Drizzlepath. So enjoy. Just walk along this path. We're gonna head to those mountains over there.
The hilarious smell of the misty mountains gathers so many hopes and so many memories in just no repetition. It swears to its relatives by the momentum and the cosmic force of all the gods who are waiting for a sign. It will be their most unique alternative to drag into her arms their only hope to achieve a disaster. Some ogres yell at their mother just to be clear. I am the sound of your rotting, rusted brain, an elusive companion from her nightmares. I can't and won't heal wounds like yours. I'll be gone when you wake up.
Some chickens here. You can't enter any of the buildings. That's in a later game when you can do that. Which I'll show you what game it is when I review it. When he started using the interior designs. But you can see these jagged mountains. But it's a good first game just to try everything out. The music's nice too. Really good soundtrack.
She was damned since the moment she ate that frog from the swimming pool. She just couldn't stand a chance to look tight and look right for another course. Just like dwarfs from a shiny little town, she disappeared into a mist formed by droplets of nothingness that precipitate upwards into a void of finite infinity.
My sun flares. You know the narration. If you realize that a lot of the things that the narrator says sound like things that you've already heard on my other reviews, is because a lot of the he repeats a lot of the poems and the sayings and the narration in other games. You will notice that he uses them over and over again. Many of the other games pay homage to his earlier games, as I said before.
Madness. The libellular realm in which you seek happiness. Madness. There is no fabric of time that will let you keep listening to my sounds. You can't just give an opportunity to anyone who follows you secretly. The knife is hidden in the shadows, and the Templar is in the island of the donkeys. A big black cloud is darkening the already blackened sky with a new suicidal trend. You remember yourself sealing the crooked window shut, but not why you did it. You enjoy your freedom the same way a guinea pig enjoys his maze.
here's a house right here. A wooden lean-to with some kind of realistic a wood pile underneath this lean-to, and some firewood here. Basic assets. I mean, it's pretty good for a first game, especially if you don't have much experience. As you know, I'm also learning to be a game designer. I'm going to be releasing games in the future when I get them done. I'm learning all I need to know. So when I do, I'm going to do a full gameplay and review of my own video game, so you can check that out. I'm also planning on doing videos about some of the levels that I've designed in practice. I won't ever release them on Steam or anything, but I'll do videos about them. And I'll go and I might even do, tutorial videos in the future on Unreal Engine at least. Also I'm also into web design and software engineering. And also, as an artist, I might do some artistic videos in the future. That's kind of some of my hobbies and my skills. I'm also learning writing and language and all, because I would like to be a writer too. Just want to mention that. As you can see in my description, I'm very good with grammar and I spell everything correctly and use proper English. So I'm pretty good at that too.
Climbing along the dark alley, I shouldn't be able to see the soul of a dark rider at the top of the hill. There's nothing better than risking your life for a couple of jamming sessions. I wonder if you'll ever get it. Now that I've seen the Imperial waves, I'd like to say he stayed on top and made me feel like a fool until the next morning, which might as well never come and stop the decay of your cold blood stains. Could I have been lied to? Were both the gas mask and the trash can really necessary? All he really wanted was the right female voice. We didn't need no competition, no magic trick to drizzle my path, as it will soon reach the heavens, so your son's unextended life can be felt in your family cocktail party. Don't cry till the candles blow up your crimson face.
can see kind of fully dark shadows, so the light is like simple like really dark shadows, like not soft shadows, they're really hard shadows, but it's okay for a first game. This is just little I guess it uses these simple assets, these ruins assets and simple house assets. They don't have any floor or anything, they're just, you can see the grass and everything inside of them. But you can travel pretty much anywhere on the map, I guess. I'm just staying to the path, but I guess you can stray if you want to. You got to get up there in the hills. That's where the game ends. That's where we're headed. But it's a simple first game. If you like calming games. And now the scene has changed. A nice little scene change right there.
A crow and a pregnant goblin, both stalking a rude man beneath a broken bridge as a death machine is built in the faraway land. The majestic audience can play a game for $60 and make a toddler so happy for a minute or two. Does a billionaire have to feel sorry for not being able to ease the pain of his own fall into the pool of mud? At least us, mere mortals, can take our chances and dance on top of a camión de madera on the highway.
Yeah. Wow, this is nice scenery right here. Looks those trees down below. This high peak. As you can see, the scene has changed to mist and rain. Yeah. So all in all, pretty good first game. As I was saying, I'm learning to be a game designer. I'm an artist. I'm learning painting as well. I'm also a photographer and a video editor. I'm really good at video editing because I'm on YouTube and everything. And I'm also into photography. I might post some of my photography online sometime. I think I'm going to start doing that. And I just do a lot of things. I have a lot of hobbies. I also put together the electronic soldering kits and that kind of thing. So it's pretty neat. I'm pretty multi-talented. I can do a whole lot of jobs that need done.
You used to make funny sounds while we were laying on the carpet. For no reason would his love end by the line drawn by your certain death. You have to keep on climbing up the mountain of fire, despite all the lies and curses. There will be no more witchery courses around the neighborhood for 4 years. This is the reason why she will burn your love until the end of time. Say no more. Just say no more. I miss the old melodies, especially the one that opened our door. Play it, and I'll remain silent.
You can see these hard shadows, just like dark areas without any textures. And it's jagged terrain. You can see that. Pretty basic terrain generation. I wonder if Tonguc Bodur like just did a random terrain, typed in some numbers and auto-generated the terrain on CryEngine. I don't know, I've never used CryEngine. I've used Unity, but I like Unreal Engine better. So I've decided to major in Unreal Engine. I'm also, I'm learning, I'm planning on doing the Unreal Sensei, like, masterclass. I'm also working on this survival crafting game by Smart Poly and Smart Poly's tutorials. I'm planning on doing Unreal Sensei's tutorials. Here, jump. There, that's the only jump in the game. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm also going to Codecademy for software engineering and everything in web design. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm doing Codecademy. It's a pretty neat thing. I recommend it. Also have a bunch of books that I study. So we'll see what happens in the future. But we're almost done with this game. Almost at the top of the mountain. I played this several times. Here's another little asset. A jar. It looks like it's glowing. That's been another of his games. And here we are at the campground, at the little campsite here, on a ledge near the summit and the end of the game. Hope you've enjoyed it.
And so, our journey ends here. It's about time to wake your Apache friends up and celebrate the second chance you have just been given. To look around you and find a door to a higher walking experience in real life.
Okay, hope you've enjoyed that. That is the debut game of independent game designer Tonguc Bodur. This is the only game using CryEngine because he switched to Unreal Engine. On the next game, which his second game is Drizzlepath Genie, which started the whole Genie story, which I will be doing a review of very soon. Probably within the next few days even, but that's like got 3 different sections you can do, 2 different routes plus the dragon flight, so that'll be a bit before that's released, but I'm going to do that. But this is Drizzlepath. It's people would say that it's not that great, but it's his first debut game, and it's kind of interesting on how he made it. I mean, your first game doesn't have to be perfect. It can be flawed and still be good. But anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. And there'll be many more to come. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I would like to thank all the viewers. I'm starting to get a lot of views and starting to slowly build up subscribers. So I thank you. And I'll see you in the next video. See you there.